talk about circumstantial evidence on radicalization, there's zero for this kid being MAGA or a Republican or in any way in favor of Donald Trump. There's plenty of him hating Donald Trump. People are like, oh, he was just a gamer. The fact that he wrote these things on the bullets just show he was nothing but a gamer. Yeah. Okay, you missed the part where, again, he wrote them on bullets with which he shot Charlie Kirk.
Guys, Megyn Kelly just dropped the most explosive revelations about Tyler Robinson. Information that completely changes everything. We thought we knew about this. Case. What she uncovered about his college, radicalization, and the role his transgender partner played could reshape the entire investigation. And stick around, because the video clips I'm about to show you will absolutely blow your mind. Before we dive in, I need to note that the Charlie Kirk case is still ongoing. There's a strong chance that by the time you watch this video, new developments may have surfaced online. So please verify every claim before forming your opinions. First, I'll reveal exactly what Megyn Kelly discovered about Robinson's college indoctrination, the part everyone's been hiding. Second, you'll see the actual Discord messages and bullet engravings that suggest this attack was ideologically motivated. Third, I'll expose how his family became heroes by turning him in, and what really happened during those final confrontation moments. Don't click away, because later I'll show you how Megyn and Candace Owens broke down live after learning the full truth about this tragedy. For those just catching up, here's the background. On September 10th, 2025, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson allegedly assassinated conservative activist Charlie Kirk during a speaking event at Utah Valley University. Robinson fired a single shot from 200 yards away using a high-powered bolt-action rifle. Here's where it gets absolutely insane. According to Megyn Kelly's analysis, Robinson's family told investigators he had become increasingly political in recent years. But guys, when I first heard Kelly's take on this, I couldn't believe what she was suggesting.
Told the Wall Street Journal that it is, quote, very clear to us and to the investigators that this was a person who was deeply indoctrinated with leftist ideology. Can you elaborate on that and be more specific?
Well, sure. So that information comes from the people around him, from his family members and friends. That's how we got that information. Again, there's so much more that we're learning and so much more that we will learn. There will be official charges will be filed on Tuesday, and there will be much more evidence and information available then. And again, we're interviewing all kinds of people, everyone that knows him, and trying to learn more about what that motive actually was.
Kelly didn't hold back. Investigators said Robinson had become much more political in recent years. Now, how did that happen? What changed? He went to college. And guess what college often does? There's actually video footage of Robinson receiving his scholarship notification. Honestly, when I watched that clip, something felt very off. You can hear his mother celebrating in the background. But Robinson himself looks incredibly awkward and uncomfortable. Kelly even suggested that, based on his behavior in the video, he might be somewhere on the spectrum. And if you think that's shocking, wait until you hear this bombshell. Utah Governor Spencer Cox revealed that Robinson was in a romantic relationship with his roommate, a biological male transitioning to female.
Video that they released last night, we talked about it in great detail on Morning Update, AM Update, but we don't do video on that show. And I'll show it to you here. The video that was released by the law enforcement last night, and I think to my team, this is video 2. So it shows them zeroing in, and then they show the rooftop, and you can see him. He was first prone. He runs across the roof. He hangs. There he is. If you just check your top right of your screen, he's now into like the white corner of that. There he is. Now he's about to get down off the roof. He dangles for a couple seconds. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, and he's down. 4 seconds. By the way, they said they got a handprint on the top of that roof and they got a footprint from the grass. That handprint will be directly traceable to somebody. And they definitely got handprints from the inside of the stairwell when he walked up to get to this roof, because that's where they got the still shots from.
This detail becomes incredibly significant when you consider Robinson's apparent hatred for Charlie Kirk's views, especially his positions on transgender issues. The roommate has been cooperating with authorities and reportedly had no idea that Robinson was planning the attack. But here's where things get truly disturbing. Discord confirmed that they found messages Robinson had exchanged with a friend discussing the shooting. While no Discord server was directly responsible for influencing his motives, the evidence from his communications is absolutely damning. According to court documents, Robinson sent multiple messages to his roommate that revealed the full scope of his planning. Messages about retrieving a rifle from a drop point, leaving it hidden in a bush, visually monitoring the area, and confirming that the rifle was wrapped in a towel. These weren't random comments. This was methodical planning carried out over time. And here's where the political motivation becomes undeniable. Law enforcement recovered bullet casings with specific engravings. Fired casing 1, "Hey, fascist, catch," accompanied by arrow symbols. Unfired casing 2, "Bella Ciao." The FBI has since tracked Robinson's movements with incredible precision.
We should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country and this world. You have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry. To everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die. All of us will refuse to let that happen. No one will ever forget my husband's name, and I will make sure of it. It will become stronger, bolder, louder, and greater than ever. My husband's mission will not end, not even for a moment. And one of Charlie's greatest talents was his ability, this phenomenal ability to choose great people to follow.
11:50 a.m. First sighting on campus surveillance. 12:15 p.m. Entered the building. 12:17 p.m. Climbed onto the roof. 12:22 p.m. Took a prone shooting position. 4 p.m. Escaped by jumping off the roof. The footage shows Robinson initially walking with a distinctive limp. Investigators believe this was because he had the rifle concealed under his clothing. However, once he reached the roof, that limp disappeared completely. The arrest came just 33 hours later, what FBI Director Kash Patel called a historic time frame. The Bureau received over $11,000 tips from the public after releasing Robinson's photos. When agents found him at his family's $600,000 six-bedroom home in Washington, Utah, Robinson was still wearing clothing consistent with what was seen in the surveillance footage from the shooting. In one of the most heartbreaking moments, Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, made her first public statement, vowing to continue the movement her husband started.
At the core of the left, at the core of a liberal, is someone that would use the sword if they had it. They are very violent people at their core. They always have. They can't debate. They can't have conversation. So they'll resort to these tactics. They're going to do everything they possibly can to try to murder this movement because they can't beat us. So they're going to try to take weapons. And no, we're very aware of that. I'm aware of it. We have to have full-time security. This is not a joke. This is who these people are.
But what's truly disturbing is that some people on TikTok actually accused Erica of faking tears during her first address to the nation. I mean, how can anyone mock something so heartbreaking? And here's something that will give you chills. There's a resurfaced video in which Charlie Kirk himself predicted that someone might be planning to take his life.
I don't want today to be about anything other than you guys knowing that Charlie really was an amazing person. You know, he was like, we were really close. And he was my best friend and my brother. And I will never unsee the footage of what I saw.
Candace Owens, who previously worked with Charlie Kirk at Turning Point USA, had her YouTube live stream freeze tonight because more than 115,000 viewers tuned in.
This makes the tragedy even more heartbreaking. He saw it coming. Even Candace Owens, who's usually so composed, broke down live on her show. Charlie wasn't just a colleague to her, he was like a brother. She even shared personal Instagram stories showing moments of them singing together, laughing, and celebrating life, memories that now feel painfully bittersweet.
That he's dead at the age of 31, which he would have to be if that video was real.
There's no way he survived that. The only good thing is, it had to have happened quickly.
Right.
Perhaps most telling of all was Megyn Kelly's emotional response when she first heard the news of Charlie's death. Her voice cracked on air as she struggled to process the tragedy, admitting that she'd never seen the political divide in America feel this personal or this devastating. Perhaps most telling of all was Megyn Kelly's emotional response when she first heard the news of Charlie's death. Her voice cracked on air as she struggled to process the tragedy, admitting that she'd never seen the political divide in America feel this personal or this devastating.